the top 100 Major League Baseball players going into the 2022 season. Buckle up, this is going to be a good one, and especially a long one.
Shout out to everyone on here. If you want to see your name on here, link is down in the description.
What's going on, guys? It's been a beautiful day so far. I ranked the top 100 players in baseball. I'm more than aware you guys are going to disagree with a good amount of the list. And that's completely fine. We're going to disagree on stuff. But I hope you guys still enjoy and are entertained by the video. And if you guys do like it, first off, subscribe if you guys have not already. All the baseball content for you guys as we roll into the 2022 season. And hit that like button. That really supports the channel. I really appreciate it. Also, if you want to save some money on some tickets, look right there. All right, let's go. Coming in at 100 from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Cody Bellinger. Coming off a down season in 2020 and almost unplayable in 2021, but still barely stays on this list. 99 from the Milwaukee Brewers, Devin Williams. Punching a wall wasn't too smart, but can't deny what he's done on the mound the past 2 seasons. The best setup man in baseball. And the only reason he's not the closer is because they have Josh Hader on the team. Number 98 from the Minnesota Twins, Jorge Polanco. Good switch hitter and a big part of that Bomba squad lineup in Minnesota. 97 from the Los Angeles Dodgers, AJ Pollock. Hasn't gotten the recognition he's deserved over the past 2 years, but it's tough to get that respect when you're in such a star-studded lineup in LA. Number 96 from the New York Mets, Jeff McNeil. Coming off a down season, but the 3 seasons before that, he simply got on base. Number 95 from the Milwaukee Brewers, Christian Yelich. This hurt me so much to knock him down from 3, but when you struggle like he did the past 2 seasons, he left me no choice. Number 94 from the Boston Red Sox, Alex Verdugo. Not saying Boston won the Betts trade, but they got a pretty darn good player back in Verdugo. Number 93 from the Houston Astros, Michael Brantley. He's been a consistently good hitter his entire career, and kind of just like Pollock, he gets looked past with so many other great bats in Houston. 92 from the San Diego Padres, Jake Cronenworth. Such a great quality player with how versatile he is and how solid he is at each position. Number 91, currently a free agent, Carlos Rodon. Had an incredible season, finishing 5th in Cy Young voting, but just want to see him have another good season before I put him higher on this top 100. Number 90 from the Milwaukee Brewers, Freddie Peralta. You might not be super familiar with Peralta if you're not a Brewers fan, with Woodruff and Burns, of course, headlining that rotation, but you better be writing this name down for 2022. Number 89 from the Tampa Bay Rays, Mike Zunino, an elite defender and a very high slugging percentage, but he needs to play a few more games than he has the past 4 years. Number 88 from the Chicago White Sox, Lucas Giolito, a huge arm in that Sox rotation last season and finished in 11, 7, and 6 in Cy Young voting the past 3 years. Number 87 from the Cincinnati Reds, Jonathan India. Won Rookie of the Year and is just a solid all-around player who will probably make a huge jump at this time next year. Number 86 from the Cincinnati Reds, Joey Votto. He started to look like he was declining, but then he went and just had an almost Joey Votto-like season in 2021. Number 85 from the Tampa Bay Rays, Randy Arozarena. Is there anyone who doesn't like this man? Just so much fun to watch, and the Rookie of the Year in 2021. He should be jumping up this list very soon. 84, currently a free agent, Chris Taylor. Put him in the outfield, put him in the infield, does not matter. He will get the job done regardless of where you put him on defense. 83 from the Minnesota Twins, Josh Donaldson. We talk about his age, we talk about his injuries, but he continues to get it done at the plate. Number 82 from the Tampa Bay Rays, Rondo Franco. He was probably the toughest player on this list to rank. Part of me wants to rank him a lot higher because we know how great he's going to be. He's probably going to be top 15 after this year. But on the other hand, he's only played 70 big league games, and he was great in those 70 games. 81 for the New York Mets, Pete Alonso. The polar bear. He hits the ball really far and has been doing that for 3 straight years with the Mets. Number 80 from the Kansas City Royals, Salvador Perez. Kind of a controversial player between fans. Some fans who don't get super deep into stats will say he should be like top 30, and others who live and die with advanced stats will say he's not even top 100. His defense wasn't good, but 48 home runs at a catcher position is impressive enough to be here. Number 79 from the Toronto Blue Jays, Kevin Gausman. He's part of a group of pitchers who are coming off a great career year, and he got paid big from Toronto because of it. Number 78, currently a free agent, Kyle Schwarber. Got non-tendered by the Cubs last offseason, signed at Washington, put up huge numbers, got traded to Boston, and put up even bigger numbers. Number 77 from the Toronto Blue Jays, Teoscar Hernandez. Blue Jay fans will tell you he's one of the most underrated players in baseball, and I can kind of agree that the media does not give him the respect he deserves. Number 76 from New York Mets, Starling Marte. A great season in both Miami and Oakland in 2021 earned him a big contract with the Mets before the lockout happened. Number 75 from the Chicago White Sox, Tim Anderson. One of the most exciting players in baseball who was a big part of letting the kids play movement. Also is just a great all-around hitter. Number 74 from the Los Angeles Angels, Jared Walsh. Definitely not the first guy you think of when you look at the Angels, but he's been a great bat in the Angels lineup the past 2 seasons. Number 73 from the Atlanta Braves, Charlie Morton. He's old, but he simply continues to get it down the mound and was a big part to the Braves World Series run this year. Number 72 from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Justin Turner. He's also old, but just has shown no signs of regression at the plate and continues to be a big bat in that loaded Dodgers lineup. Number 71, currently a free agent, Michael Conforto. Coming off a down year for his standards, but still above average overall. Hard to simply ignore what he did the 4 seasons before that too. Number 70, from the New York Mets, Francisco Lindor. He got paid the big bucks, but now has a lot to prove after disappointing in year 1, both on offense and defense. Number 69, from the San Francisco Giants, Brandon Belt. It looked like he was starting to be on the decline a little, but then just had back-to-back elite seasons at the plate, and would be higher on this list if he played more than 97 games last year. Number 68, Sandy Alcantara. He's going to jump up the rankings after this season. I want to put him a lot higher, but I'm not supposed to take into account 2022 due to my rules. Just so you guys wait though. Number 67 from the Atlanta Braves, Ozzie Albies. Obviously Acuna is the star of Atlanta, and we'll see him near the end of the video, but Albies is probably my favorite. Just so excited and does everything right. Number 66, currently a free agent, Clayton Kershaw. This is the best pitcher of our generation, but after a non-Kershaw type year and an injury, I just had to move him down a little bit. Number 65 from the Oakland Athletics, Matt Chapman. One of the best gloves in the game, which has led to winning 3 of the last 4 gold gloves at the hot corner, but a down year offensively led to a little bit of a drop in the rankings. Number 64 from the New York Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. 3rd straight guy coming off a down year for his standards, but even with it, he still played good defense with a 349 OBP. Also top 4 in MVP rankings the previous 2 years. Number 63 from the New York Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. He's been an incredible hitter his entire career, and that didn't change in 2021. His hot streak at the end of the year was a huge part to why the Yankees made the wild card game, but it's hard to have him much higher when you only play 199 innings on defense. Number 62 from the Chicago White Sox, Lance Lynn. Lynn just hasn't been talked about as much as he should be. He's been in the Cy Young conversation the past 3 seasons and was a big part to the White Sox success in 2021. Number 61, currently a free agent, Chris Bryant. KB had a down year in 2020, but at the beginning of 2021, he was back to being the normal Chris Bryant with the Cubs. He was still good with the Giants, just not as good. His versatility at third and in the outfield makes him even more valuable. Number 60 from the Cincinnati Reds, Jesse Winker. One of the many elite bats in that Reds lineup. The one thing you'd like to see with him is the ability to stay healthy a little more, but I can't lie. I love that 392 OBP on average the past 3 seasons. Number 59 from the Houston Astros, Yordan Alvarez. He was injured in 2020, but has been such a great all-around hitter in 2019 and 2021. Number 58 from the Baltimore Orioles, Cedric Mullins. A breakout season for Mullins was so impressive that even he got some good media coverage on such a horrible Baltimore team. He had a 30-30 season that got him in 9th place in the AL MVP voting. Number 57 for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Walker Buehler. It's hard to focus on one pitcher on that Dodgers team, but Buehler finished 4th in Cy Young voting this year and will be in the conversation again in 2022. Number 56 from the Toronto Blue Jays, Bo Bichette. Of course, the talk was with Vlad Jr. in Toronto this season, but Bichette did everything you could ask for and then some at an extremely valuable position at shortstop. Number 55 from the Houston Astros, Yuli Gurriel. It really doesn't feel like he's 37 considering he just made his debut in 2016, but elite defense at first, which won him the Gold Glove and won the batting title. Number 54 from the Cleveland Guardians, Shane Bieber. The Cy Young winner in 2020 didn't replicate his season exactly this year, but he only pitched in 16 games and should be right back to the Cy Young conversation again in 2022. Number 53 from the Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Lowe. Franco will change it this year, but there's no real superstar in Tampa Bay as of right now. But Lowe has been such a good, consistent bat in that Rays lineup over the past 3 seasons. Number 52, currently a free agent, Trevor Story. He's about to get paid the big bucks. He gets it done offensively and defensively, even if he did just come off a down year in Colorado. Number 51 from the Chicago White Sox, Liam Hendriks. Some say the best reliever in the game. I disagree, but still number 2 in my books, and of course was huge to the White Sox success this season. Moving to the top 50 from the Pittsburgh Pirates, Brian Reynolds. Was amazing in 2019, horrible in 2020 like everyone else was, and was one of the best center fielders in the National League in 2021. At number 49 from the Milwaukee Brewers, Willy Adames. Probably some bias here, but do I care? Nope. We're all biased in our own ways. He was a big reason the Brewers season completely switched around and got them to win the National League Central in 2021. Number 48 from the San Francisco Giants, Brandon Crawford. 11th season in the league, and he had his best season by a lot in 2021. Was good defensively, which he always is, but the bat was simply elite this year. Number 47 for the New York Mets, Brandon Nimmo. I'm going to say, he gets on base. 3 of the last 4 seasons, he's had an OBP over 400. Yes, I absolutely love to hear that. Number 46 from Los Angeles Angels, Anthony Rendon. Playing only 58 games this year, and even when he did play, he was just not very good. But we can't just forget what type of player he was the 4 seasons before that. Number 45 from the Minnesota Twins, Byron Buxton. Definitely one of the hardest players to rank on this list. If he would have stayed healthy, then he probably would have finished second MVP race. Yes, even over Vlad. The problem is that he wasn't able to and hasn't been his entire career except 2017. He's played 93 or more games only 1 time in his 7 career seasons. Number 44 from the Chicago White Sox, Yoan Moncada. Coming off the second best year of his career, he plays great defense and he gets on base. Number 43 from the Philadelphia Phillies, JT Realmuto. The 3rd best catcher in baseball, but probably the best athlete at his respected position. Great defense, including the framing, and a great hitter at a position that's hard to find a lot of it in today's game. Number 42 from the Houston Astros, Jose Altuve. Altuve gets a lot of hate for someone who doesn't deserve it. His career resume is one of the best among active players. He simply just does everything he needs to do at the plate, including having a lot of pop for such a little guy. Number 41, currently a free agent, Nick Castellanos. He was one of the best athletes in the game in 2021. But with how much reliability he was on defense, it's hard to put him much higher on this list. Number 40 from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Will Smith. I don't know how controversial it is to have Smith as the 2nd best catcher in baseball, but I have him there. He's just such a great hitter and solid behind the plate. Number 39, the Chicago White Sox, Luis Robert. Bold talk, but at this time next year, I think he'll be in the top 10 after winning the American League MVP. We're talking about what's already happened in 2021. In a small sample size in just 68 games, he's already shown he's a complete 5-tool player. Number 38 from the Boston Red Sox, Sander Bogaerts. Such a great bat in that loaded Red Sox lineup, and also at such a valuable position at short. Gets him in the top 40. Number 37 for the St. Louis Cardinals, Nolan Arenado. Yes, his offense has dropped off a little bit, but it's hard to replicate Coors numbers. When your defense is as good as his is, you still have to put him this high. Number 36 from the Arizona Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte. About the only good thing about the Diamondbacks in 2021. He was an MVP candidate 3 years ago, a bad 2020, and was nearly back to that MVP self this year, but only played in 90 games. He would have been a lot higher if he was simply just a little bit healthier. Number 35 from the New York Yankees, Joey Gallo. Yes, he struggled with the Yankees, but overall he gets on base, plays elite defense, and can hit the ball as far as anyone in the league. Number 34 from the Houston Astros, Alex Bregman. Another player who got hurt this year. He might not have put up the same numbers as he did in 2018, 2019, but still great numbers with solid defense at a very valuable position. Number 33 from the Boston Red Sox, Rafael Devers. No one questions how good Devers' bat is, but it hurts how much of a liability he is at 3rd base. He definitely needs to work on that if he plans on jumping up on this list next year. Number 32 from the Toronto Blue Jays, George Springer. Another star who missed a lot of games in 2021, but when healthy, he was elite and has been his entire career. Number 31 from the Atlanta Braves, Austin Riley. The breakout season Brave fans were finally hoping for happened, as he had a near 900 OPS and 33 home runs on the 2021 World Series champions. Number 30 from the Houston Astros, Kyle Tucker. A huge breakout season this year. He was great in 2022, but of course a small sample size. He did everything you could ask for at the plate and also had elite defense. This is one of the rising stars in the game today. Number 29 from the Padres, Manny Machado. I'm not saying anything good about this poor excuse of a human being. I'm being nice by even putting him on this list. Next. Number 28 from the Milwaukee Brewers, Brandon Woodruff. 4 straight great seasons and 2 All-Star appearances, including finishing 5th in Cy Young voting this season. Number 27 from the Seattle Mariners, Robbie Ray. The Cy Young winner in the American League just got paid big by the Mariners. Highest whip, ERA+, and most strikeouts in the AL in 2021.
Number 26 from the Philadelphia Phillies, Zach Wheeler. Surprisingly finished 2nd Cy Young voting over Scherzer. He hasn't just been worth that contract, he's been a complete bargain. This is the 4th best starting pitcher in the National League. Number 25 from the New York Yankees, Garrett Cole. The runner-up to Ray in the Cy Young race has proven he's one of the best pitchers in the game year after year, finishing top 5 the last 4 seasons. Number 24, currently a free agent, Freddie Freeman. One of the most likable players in the game, finally got the 2 things he's been missing the past 2 years. An MVP and now a championship. Number 23 from the St. Louis Cardinals, Tyler O'Neill. Back-to-back Gold Glove winner out in left field and finally showed it with the bat too in this past season. Number 22 from the St. Louis Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt. been an elite hitter his entire career, and now also had his best season defensively since 2015 to go along with it. Number 21 from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Max Muncy. I have Muncy as the best first baseman in the National League because of his elite bat, his versatility around the infield, and how good his defense is at every position. Number 20 from the Milwaukee Brewers, Josh Hader. The best reliever in baseball in 3 of the last 4 seasons, is simply as dominant as it can get on the mound. Number 19 from the Chicago White Sox, Yasmani Grandal. Don't believe there's a ton of debate who the best catcher in baseball is. That 420 OBP and his bat flips makes me feel some type of way. Number 18 from the Oakland Athletics, Matt Olson. Probably the biggest trade candidate on the market this offseason, and when you look at his stats, it's not hard to understand why. An elite bat with 39 home runs and also a very good glove at first base. Number 17 from the Texas Rangers, Corey Seager. He just got paid by the Rangers as the top 20 player in baseball. And even though he played less than 100 games this year, his bat was great and has been his entire career. He could use a little work on defense though. Number 16 from the Texas Rangers, Marcus Semien. The perfect example of a prove-it deal working as best as possible. Signed a 1-year deal worth $18 million with Toronto and turned into the best second baseman in the game after it, which got him paid big by Texas. Number 15 from the New York Mets, Max Scherzer. One of the best pitchers of our generation has shown zero signs of slowing down at age 37. If anything, he got better in 2021. The Mets showed they also agree by giving him a 3-year contract worth $130 million. Number 14, currently a free agent, Carlos Correa. The best free agent available is coming off his best career season. Elite at the plate and elite at short with 20 defensive runs saved. My only concern with him is his health. Through 2017 and 2019, most games he played was only 110. Number 13 for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Trey Turner. Some controversy I have him over Correa, but you guys know I'm turned on by players who get on base. Another thing I love is speed. Turner does both at an elite level. Offensively, he's a better player than Correa. He stays healthier more, and his defense isn't elite like Correa, but it's still good. I think he's just a better overall player. Number 12 from New York Yankees, Aaron Judge. Simply one of the elite bats in the game. He can hit the ball as far as anyone and is a great defender in right field. Could definitely stay healthier more, but no doubt about his skills when he is out there. Number 11 from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Mookie Betts. Betts is the definition of a 5-tool player. He does everything right. Elite arm, can steal bases, hit all the park, just as everything you could possibly want from a player. He did drop from 2 last year, but he should be back to that top 5 player at this time next year. Moving to the top 10 players going into the 2022 season. From the Cleveland Guardians, we have Jose Ramirez. Third base is loaded, but I believe it's clear who the best in the league is going into 2022. And he could also be on a new team. An elite fielder with 10 defensive runs saved, a near 9 OPS, 36 bombs as a switch hitter, and has stayed off the IL for the most part since 2016. Number 9 from the San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. We all know what Tatis can do at the plate. He's one of the best hitters in the game. The biggest question with him is his defense. He was alright in the outfield, but of course he's known as a shortstop, and his defensive numbers there were simply bad in 2021. He fixes that, and he's a top 5 player in the game. At number 8 from the Toronto Blue Jays, Vlad Jr. The number 1 prospect in all of baseball a few years ago showed exactly why after being called a bust the previous 2 seasons. Defense could be a little better, but when your bat is as good as Vlad's is, you definitely don't need to be elite. He led the league in 6 different categories and played in all but 1 game. You don't see that much anymore. Number 7 from Milwaukee Brewers, Corbin Burns. The second best pitcher in the game showed exactly who he was to the MLB world in 2021 when the National League Cy Young with the best cutter and sinker in the game today. He led the league in 6 different categories and had the second greatest FIP in the modern era behind only prime Pedro Martinez. Truly a historic season from Burns. Number 6 from Philadelphia Phillies, Bryce Harper. Hey, so is he still the most overrated player in baseball, or are we changing that now? The 2021 National League MVP proved why he got paid $330 million 3 years ago, as he put up his best numbers since he won the MVP in 2015. Elite bat, elite arm, that's why he's a top 6 player in the game. Number 5 from the Los Angeles Angels, Shohei Ohtani. A lot of time I don't love to put players super high after only 1 great season. But when you do the things that we haven't seen since Babe Ruth, I'll make the exception then. An elite hitter, a very good pitcher, he's got speed. His 2021 season will be remembered forever regardless of what he does for the rest of his career. Number 4 from New York Mets, Jacob deGrom. I love Burns with my entire heart, and I'm about as biased as it gets as a sports fan. And even I can't come close to saying there's a pitcher on Jacob deGrom's level right now. He's simply different and has been since 2018. He would have won the Cy Young this season if he didn't get injured. Best pitcher in the game, and it's not even close at the moment. Number 3 for the Atlanta Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. The best 5-tool player in baseball, and has the potential to be the best player in baseball possibly by the end of the 2022 season. Yes, he tore his ACL. No, he probably won't be back in time for opening day, but I can't move him out of the top 3 because of that. He'll be right back to where he was before the injury once he does return. Number 2 from the Washington Nationals, Juan Soto. My favorite player in baseball, not in Milwaukee. I just love the way he plays. He gets on base more than anyone in the league, and I do believe he's the best pure hitter in Major League Baseball. I was really close to putting him at the number 1 spot. In bold take, but I think he'll be there in that number 1 spot by this time next season. And the best player in baseball going into 2022, yet again, you guys already guessed it before you clicked in the video, from the Los Angeles Angels, Mike Trout. Yet again, Trout checks in at number 1. But as I mentioned before with Acuna and Soto, the gap is as close as it's been in a while. I don't need to tell you how good Mike Trout is. The defense could be a little bit better and hasn't stayed off the IL since 2016. Not trying to criticize them, just showing every single player on this list has some sort of flaw, except the ones in Milwaukee, of course. We all love Mike Trout, and hopefully the Angels can get him back in the postseason in 2022.
All right, that's my top 100 players going into the 2022 season. Like I said, I know you guys are going to disagree on some level. That's completely fine, but I hope you guys still are entertained, still like it, and appreciate how much work went into this video. It took a lot of time. So if you guys still enjoyed it, even if you do disagree, that's completely fine. Please leave a like. I so much appreciate it. And subscribe for more baseball content on the channel. If you guys want to debate a player down below, that's more than fine. Just be nice about it. But I hope you guys have an absolute beautiful day. I'll see you in the next video.